Diversity is our strength. That is a phrase that you hear quite often among politicians, and I believe in particular on the political left. Even though the phrase itself may not be exclusive to the left, I think that this idea primarily comes from the political left in this country. And to be honest with you, at one time, I would say that I agreed that diversity is a good thing. And I still believe in some regard that it is. But I want to amend that belief and that statement because I believe that unless you have unity around shared principles of Americanism, which is a belief in the Constitution and in limited government and individual freedom, which I have always fought for, you can't be an American. I want to share with you a clip that I came across last week from the late Charlie Kirk, in which he explains this, and then I want to continue talking about it, because I think there are some good things here that a lot of people are missing. Watch this.
Charge cheddar around here? You charge?
No, I've been throwing out hats for free.
Damn, I just gotta jump next time, I guess. All right, well, I feel pretty American today. We're down to our roots, standing up for what we believe in. I think that's powerful. I'm pretty sure a branch of that is why you're here. I just had one question for you real quick. Probably go into two. Or three or four or five. Whatever. So, all right. I've heard you say before that you think diversity is a weakness. I just want to ask you why you think diversity is a weakness.
Well, think about it. Unity is a strength. Diversity is not. If you're trying to create a team, for example, if you guys want to win the SEC again, of which I am pulling for Texas A&M to win an SEC championship again, and every single player is getting different call signs, that is definitionally different, and unity is what creates a good football team. We're brought together by what brings us together, not what is different. And so differences are actually not a strength when you're trying to create a team, a country, a military, a football team, a unit, a corporation, or so on and so forth.
Okay, well, glad we're not a football team. I'm glad we're a country. So
it's a metaphor, right? Cool.
I get you. So you say different call signs. How is me being diverse from someone in the crowd here, us getting different call signs?
Well, I mean, again, it's a metaphor, right?
Well, yeah, but you use a metaphor to explain.
Right. So, for example, if someone, I'll try to boil it down for you so you can understand.
Gotcha.
If like Ilhan Omar comes into America and doesn't share our values, doesn't speak our language, and hates America, different call signs, not united, diversity becomes a weakness, not a strength. When you import a lot of people that don't share your values, like we have been from Somalia and from the third world, all of a sudden they say diversity is a strength. Is it really? Is diversity a strength in Minneapolis? Is that really a strength? No. You know what is a strength? The unity we find in being an American, not in being Muslim or in being whatever faction or tribe that you come from.
The beautiful thing about America, my friends, is that it doesn't matter where you come from, what you look like, what religion you do or do not belong to. But as long as you have a belief in our shared ideals and a belief in the Constitution, you can be an American and you can come from anywhere in the world and live here and prosper. But I think what Charlie was highlighting in the previous clip I just showed you is that you must have a shared belief in the Constitution. We don't want to import a bunch of people who do not believe in those shared ideals of Americanism and of individual liberty and of our Constitution. If we do not hold fast to that Constitution, we will cease to be an America that I recognize or want to be a part of. And so when you import people from third world nations who do not believe in the Constitution and come, say, from an Islamic theocracy, that is a threat to our national identity. Because you see, in radical Islam, they want to overthrow our country, as well as every other country that they come to, because they want an Islamic caliphate, a global Islamic government. And we as Americans should stand against that. We shouldn't want people who believe in a theocracy being part of our nation. Now, that is not an anti-immigration statement. That is simply trying to preserve the very thing that makes us American. The belief in the Declaration of Independence, the belief in the Constitution, that all men are created equal and endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. When you have an Islamic government, say, like what we see in Iran today, that the Iranian people, God bless them, are trying to overthrow, they don't have a shared belief that their Creator made everyone equal. Why would we want people who believe such things in this country? I sure don't. I don't care what you look like. And I don't care what religion you belong to, as long as you hold fast to the Constitution. People like that do not. So I don't care if you're a Mexican national or if you're an Islamicist. If you don't believe in freedom and limited government, I don't want you here. You do not share our values. And it's not anti-immigration to say so. It's preserving our national identity. And we must have a shared national identity, one that revolves around the very things that make us American. If you don't have a national identity and a belief in shared principles, then can you really call yourself an American anymore? In America, you can do whatever you want. And the government doesn't have a right to come in and tell you, oh, you can't say that. You can't worship how you see fit. That is beautiful, and that should be preserved. And so I think that people need to rethink what they think about diversity. I like diversity, but I want a shared belief in the very principles that make us American. Otherwise, we will not have an America that I recognize or want to be a part of anymore. Is it really worth saving if we do not preserve the ideas that our founders fought and gave their very lives to give us in the outline of the government that they set forth for this nation? Just some food for thought there. Do me a favor and like this video so that more people see it. Share it everywhere you can, and subscribe to my channel because it helps to grow and expand the channel so it reaches more people, and I can continue to put out more videos that demonstrate the beauty of America and our shared principles that I just talked about, of freedom, of individual liberty, and the American spirit. I'll see you in the next video.